How you doing, YouTube? Yo, today I'm gonna talk about like how you prioritize yourself, like instead of other people. I think that it's fascinating how us as humans we tend to prioritize someone else's feelings over our own in certain situations, and then in actuality, we end up either like despising the person or not liking the person based on what we shown the universe we would accept. I think it's crucial for us as humans to place our feelings first and then put everything else second. Why do I say that? I say that because and maybe in the years it will change. I mean, unless you got like a kid or something like that, I get it. You want to like make sure that you prioritize your kids' feelings, because obviously they come first in some situation. But even then, I feel like you still got to place yourself first, because if you're not good, then no, you can't be good for nobody else. But boom, right? So bad. I feel like the moment you show somebody that you care more about their feelings than your own, the more respect they lose for you. And why do I say that? I say it because it seems to me, and I could be wrong again, but it seems to me that people appreciate people more if they stand firm on their beliefs and who they are to the core. Like, hey, this is who I am, this is what it is, and if you don't like it, like think about it when you was in school or something. The person who talked back to the teacher, who said, yo, this is who I am, this is me unapologetically, even if you didn't like that person, yeah, a lot of people respected that person because that person said certain things that other people were too afraid to say. And why is that so important when you're in a relationship type of setting or in any social setting at all? Because what you see is what you get. And if you don't like who I am and what I'm showing, then it is what it is. And I think that when that clashes with being a people pleaser, being somebody who cares so much about other people's opinions and stuff like that, it's hard for people to sometimes place themselves first. But it's so important because people won't respect you otherwise. So I'm not sitting here saying be an asshole and don't care about nobody. That's not what I'm saying. That's not the point of this video. But I'm saying value your feelings to the core and show people that, yes, I do care for you, but I also do care for myself, and I gotta respect my boundaries before anything, because if I let you cross these boundaries, then I'm ultimately not good. And that's so important. I think that people don't do that. And when they don't do that, that's when the terms crash out. I think that ends up happening because they're crashing out off of something that they had control of but didn't realize they could control. I don't know. Has anybody ever felt like they had better results people pleasing and putting people first and saying, hey, you know what, I'm okay? I've never felt that way. I don't think most people feel that way, and I think it's so important to prioritize your feelings and your emotions, because who else is going to do it? Like, respectfully, who else is going to say, hey, you know what, I know you feeling that way, and people cannot see past their limitations and what their own wants and desires is. So why should you? If you're an empath, if you're a person who really cares about other people, and you have to realize that you're not, 9 times out of 10, you're not aligning with another empath in your situations. Most scenarios, you're aligning with people who need help, who need healing, who needs an empath kind of energy in their life, but they can't give you the same vibe that you're giving off. And that's important to know, so that way like, I gotta prioritize myself. I gotta take care of me. I gotta do what's best for me. And then, you know what, whatever I have left over or whatever I can do after that, or if you can accept who I am in that dynamic, then cool. If you can't, then cool, and be okay with that. Like, I see so many times that people aren't okay with being real and being authentic and being true, because they understand that once I show people this truth, or once I stand firm on my belief system, either A, people are not going to like me, B, people aren't going to accept me, and C, all of the above. And then I'm not saying that, like, you know what, if you lack awareness and you ignorant, and you usually people who lack awareness and ignorant, they're not even aware to realize that they are ignorant or unaware. But I'm not saying that at that moment, like, stand firm on your beliefs, because that's just stupidity. I feel like people should educate themselves first. Like, educate yourself and make sure you're making the best decision that aligns with who you are. I cannot determine what aligns with you because you're you. You know what I'm saying? But I can say that if I'm moving to my core from, I usually like take lately, I'm not gonna say usually, but lately I've been listening to perspectives from the Bible or like God. Like, whatever I get educated on, I try to move with that positive energy, because, you know, I moved other ways and it ain't work for me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do what's best for me and the best for my family and become the best version of myself, even if that means people are going to misunderstand me, because not everybody's going to understand who you are to the core. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant for everybody to get that perspective or understanding from you, that clarity. Moreover, yes, I feel like when you show someone that you have those boundaries and enough strength to prioritize yourself over them, it shows people you respect. You have self-respect. And if you have self-respect, you have everything to me, because you have the ability to not only show up for people and others, you have the ability to walk away and know what's good and what's not good for you. And if you're able to see that, recognize that, realize that, and do what's best for you in the long run, you're a strong person. And it's important in this world of ours to show strength, show that you can prosper, and show that, you know what, you have what it takes, because this world will break you down. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you allow it, this world really could break you down. And I feel like if you don't work on yourself, this is so important, man. I feel like it's super important to work on yourself and work on the things that you want to. It's so important to work on yourself and become the best version of yourself. Because when you become the better version of yourself, you make healthier decisions, not only for you, but for those around you. You get to educate and teach those around you to become better versions of themselves. And ultimately, if it's a healthier lifestyle, like, I can't lie to you. When I was in a negative mindset and I was having those limiting beliefs and I was behaving immaturely, I feel like I had no self-control, no self-awareness, and I wasn't genuinely happy with self. But now that I have a lot of control over me, and I get to, it's freeing. It's so freeing that I get to dictate how my world operates and how I move. And that's all I ever wanted, is to have that control and the ability to know what's best for me and what's not healthy for me. You know what I'm saying? Yo, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know of a time when you people pleased or you place other people's feelings above yours. And how did that go? How did that feel for you? Like, were you happy about those times? Like, and did that end up or wind up with you having a better experience with the people around you? Because I could tell you from my perspective, but I would love to know from your perspective. I'll talk to y'all later.